share my screen with the mentee activities. Okay. Okay, so the technical team, so please share the mentee, please. Okay, so you can join mentee.com and use the code on the screen to share with us the first question. Which year are you in right now? So we have the numbers 25124286. Or if you cannot join with the mentee, so please feel free to type in the chat box your studying year, your current studying year in RMIT. Thank you. First year student, final year. Okay, we have alumni as well. Welcome. How about the others? If you cannot join mentee, so please feel free to type in the chat box your studying year or your current status in at RMIT. Right, so I see more than, majority of the student here are from final year. Hope that, I believe that there's a lot of job opportunities offered from Cbre soon. All right, so let's move to the next question, please. Okay, so the last question, what is your field of study? What is your major in RMIT? Economics and finance, right? Digital business. Profcom. Profcom means professional communication major. Okay. Digital marketing. International business. Okay. Oh, I see a comment in chat box as well. Welcome An. International business. All right. So if we have a lot of people with the same major, so you can see the words on the screen will become bigger. Okay, so we have a lot of students from economics and finance here. We have a lot of students from digital marketing here. What else we have? Management, logistics and supply chain management. Gamer. Okay. All right, so I will keep this question in maybe in 10 seconds. We have HR. Oh, I see HR. Welcome. We have what else? Business management. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your input. So hope that our guest speakers can also see some majors of the student joining in the session today. Thank you. And before the session start, so I already sent you the form to check in. So after this meeting, we will send you the record videos for your reference if you want to watch again or you want to, dig in for more information. Okay, so let's welcome our guest speaker today. Okay. Okay, so I would like to welcome for the Cbre session today, two guest speakers. The first one is Miss Ngoc Ha. She's the head of Marcom Vietnam of Cbre, and the next one is Miss Ngoc Ha, Associate Director, Head of Valuation Services from Hanoi branch. So welcome to a few to join the session, and thank you so much for your time. and I believe that we will have very interesting session today. Over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Thanh. You guys see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you everyone. Good morning, RMIT student. Thank you for joining the very first section of RMIT Recruitment Week with our Siberia Vietnam today. My name is Ha Dinh, Head of Marketing and Communication of Siberia Vietnam. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to join the opening of Recruitment Week of RMIT University. Although the COVID-19 pandemic, this joyful event has to take place online. So let me have a quick introduction of Siberia speaker today. We have on the left-hand side Ms. Ha Nguyen, Associate Director of Valuation and Consulting Services. Ms. Ha Nguyen is an experienced Director of Advisory with demonstrated history of working in real estate industry. She's skilled in sourcing, negotiating, management, and business development. And Ms. Ha is very strong in consulting professional for real estate, investment in Vietnam, especially the north of Vietnam. And it's me on your right. I'm the Senior Manager, Head of Marketing and Communication of Cbre Vietnam. I'm a marketer with over 13 years in marketing and communications. My experience covers brand, product, digital, content, growth, and trade marketing. So if you see someone who is managing client database, budget planning, and activating above the line and below the line campaign, so that is me with my daily routine. So the overview of the branding. So let's have a quick look at the agenda today. The agenda is very straightforward and easy to remember. We're gonna have two sections. The first is the
Excuse me to
introduction
interrupt,
of.
Ha Ơi. I think
Yes.
you got to slide a little bit lag, so you got to move next one. Then you're talking about the previous slide right now. So
Really?
you should move the next. Yes. So it's now showing the speaker slide.
Can you see the agenda slide now?
Not yet.
Hold on.
Yes. Now it's okay. Now I can
Okay.
see. Okay.
Sorry for the for the signal of my internet. Okay. So you see the agenda, right? So we have two sessions today. The first is 7 minutes about Cbre and who we are. So I hope you guys are all familiar with Teams platform. So if you have any issues with the technical problems, you have RMIT team to support. So let's start with the first section. So Cbre is the world's largest commercial real estate services and investment company. We have clients in over 100 countries, including over 90% of the Fortune 100. And we have the model of creating real estate solution of tomorrow. We have more than 1,000 employees worldwide. We have been operating in Vietnam since 2003 with offices in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. We have more than 1,200 professionals providing real estate services nationwide. On your right-hand side, you have a quick glance of our main services, including advisory and transaction services in office, industrial and logistics, retail, residential project marketing. We also provide advisory services such as property valuation and advisory, investment, research and consulting, hospitality. We also have outsourcing services such as property management, project management, and global workplace solutions. So now are you curious about what it's like to be of a multinational real estate firm. So let's explore our employee engagement activities, which is believed to be the key to success of Cbre in Vietnam. By investing in employee engagement, Cbre is able to increase productivity, work quality, and retain our top talent. We have many activities for our dynamic staff, such as massage, detox day, painting, blood donation, swapping books, charity, and fun run. We also have a special program called employee training. Healthcare and mental care are some of Cbre long-term programs that provide staff with specific knowledge and skill to facilitate and improve job performance in the current roles. I believe you heard a lot about Office 360. So what is that in Cbre? So we decided to invest in an open office model and the most advanced technology system, and giving our staff a more dynamic working environment when the world is no longer barriers, when our staff can actively choose seats every day and are always comfortable in an office environment. The staff will be able to work in the best ability, and of course, it's lead to achieve further success. We can say that we have minimal to zero abuse of power and conflict of interest. Cbre sustainably follows our commitment to racial and gender equity. Because your success is our success. We pay high attention to long-term employee development with an internal and external training courses. By recruitment activities, we love to get close to young talent like you by operating or joining many career fairs. So we promise these lovely moments will be back soon when the COVID-19 is getting under control. In group or in individual interview. And Cbre employee value proposition described as a happy workplace by implementing cross recruitment life cycle. We also can say that Cbre provide a meaningful working experience to employee. You will be proud of Cbre brand where we care about humanity and our society, rather than consider CSR just as a corporate social responsibility as just PR. Move from CSR to purpose, the beating heart of Cbre. We heard a lot about COVID-19 pandemic, which is a powerful reminder of the importance of good health to our lives at both personal, community, and global levels. We rely to an extraordinary degree to our dedicated healthcare professionals to safeguard the health and the well-being of the people in Vietnam to ensure the daily operation of our society, which we somehow taken it for granted. So Cbre collaborated with Sống Foundation and donated 148 million dong to purchase rice and food for the people in need. And we also donated 1.1 billion Vietnam dong to collaborate with Smith West Foundation in the partnership to build healthy school in Hoa Vang district in Da Nang. This project benefit 2,800 children in 5 elementary schools. So we think it is important to do the right things in the right way. Trust and professionalism are the heart of our relationship and most certainly of our property project. We have been built up and believe and operate in our RISE core value. Those are, number one, respect. We act with consideration for other ideas and share information openly. 2, inspire trust and encouragement collaboration. Integrity. No one individual, no one deal, no one client is bigger than commitment to our company and what we stand for. Service. We approach our client challenge with enthusiasm and diligence, building long-term relationship by connecting the right people, capital, and opportunities. Last one is excellence. We focus relentlessly on creating winning outcome for our clients, employee, and shareholders. So that leads to my last slide to confirm Siberia advantage. Every day you are empowered to be better. So thank you. And next part, presenting by Ms. Ha Nguyen, is about professional services. You will learn real estate industry, its potential and thorough keywords and definition, details about Cbre professional services. Now over to you, Chị Ha Nguyen.
Thank you very much, Ha, for very interesting and comprehensive introduction about Siberia Vietnam. So I would like to share the screen right now. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, dear.
Yes, Chị. Yes, Chị.
Okay.
Can you put it in full screen mode? Yes.
Yes, I'll do that.
Yes.
So,
It's perfect.
Good morning, everybody from RMIT Vietnam. It is my pleasure to be able to share with you today about professional service in Siberia Vietnam. So before getting to the presentation, I, of course, had been give some introduction about myself, but I would also want to personally give some briefly introduce about myself. My name is Ha Nguyen. I'm Associate Director of Advisory and Valuation Service in Siberia Vietnam. I'm in charge of Valuation Service in Hanoi office. I have been working in real estate about 13 years. So before joining Cbre Vietnam, I have worked for a few big international and Vietnamese real estate developers, such as Park City Hanoi. I'm sure people have heard about that. Park City Hanoi, which is providing a big township in Ha Dong's area in Hanoi. And Asia Trade City for International Trade Center, VSIP Group, FLC Group, and some investment fund. So I have also played different roles in those companies. Personally, I'm very passionate about my roles as a professional service provider in Siberia and also about real estate industry. So I have learned, I have grown, and always enjoy along my career in the industry. So that's a bit about myself, and that's have brought me here today to have an opportunity to share with you about my passion, real estate industry, and I hope after my little talk, somehow I would inspire some of you to enjoy the industry, to join Cbre, or at least have some, provide you some useful information about the real estate in a very, very broad and brief way. So my presentation will last about 15 to 20 minutes that cover four main sessions, very, very ambitious here, talking about real estate, talk about Vietnamese real estate industry, and talk about the professional service. So then in the end, followed by a Q&A session that Ms. Ha and myself will answer your question about the topic have been covered. So I've seen that people you can type the question in the chat box, or we can ask directly in the Q&A sessions. So let's start with the session 1, a very broad and brief introduction about real estate industry. So I would like to play for you some short video for
Real estate is an encompassing term that refers to land, the buildings on that land, and its natural resources, such as crops and minerals. Real estate can be grouped into 3 broad categories: residential, commercial, and industrial. Residential real estate includes houses, condominiums, townhomes, and undeveloped land. Home ownership is the most common type of real estate investment in the United States. About 2/3 of U.S. residents own their home. Commercial real estate includes office, warehouse, and retail store buildings. It's different from residential real estate in that its leases are generally shorter and its down payments are usually larger. Commercial real estate returns are based on their profitability per square foot, unlike residential real estate. Industrial real estate includes factories, mines, and farms. Unlike other investments, the immediate area where a property is located can dramatically impact its value. Factors such as jobs, crime rates, school quality, and property taxes weigh heavily into property values. Real estate profits and losses come from rent and property appreciation. Many small investors increase their wealth by investing in rental properties. Commercial real estate is often more valuable than residential properties, and it tends to be more tightly regulated.
So that a very short, quick video about real estate industry. So the key takeaway is real estate property, including land and all any permanent. Excuse me, a little bit ankle somewhere. And including. Excuse me, do you have the ankle from my side?
No, okay, it's fine.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So real estate including land and anything permanent attached to the land, either natural or man-made. So according to the, it's a little bit short in the video, but there's my 5 main category of real estate: residential, commercial, industrial, raw land, and special use. So you can invest directly in real estate by purchasing a house, or the rental generate the property, or indirectly to a real estate investment fund. So these are 5 main types of real estate. So residential, it basically is anything got to do with single family houses or multi-family houses. So it could be in the form of a townhouse, villas, or condominiums. Commercial real estate, it including all kind of passive income generated property. So could including grocery store, offices, retails, and shop house. Industrial property, including all the land that the using purpose is used for industrial, such as warehouse, logistic facilities, or factories. Land, including all kind of land using for different kind of purposes, for undeveloped property or vacant land, or even agricultural land or farmland. And at other special purpose of property are those who not included in the other mentioned 4 categories. So here are few photo of different kind of property for your easy to imagination. We have multifamily residential. It could be used in a township type of houses that you can see in the left-hand side. On the right-hand side will be condominiums. We can have hotel, the offices space. We have shop house as the commercial real estate, or shopping mall, retail center as the commercial real estate. We have hospital and school as a special purpose real estate. So as mentioned below, that some photo of the real estate industry players. So in a very simple way, it could be divided into 6 main players in real estate industry: developers, brokerage, sales and marketing agency, professional service, property management, and lending institutions. These are few examples of the Vietnamese company that categorize according to the role in the industry. So you can see it's the biggest player in the industry will be the real estate developer. So you can see here I have put here a few very big international or Vietnamese real estate developer in Vietnam. So we have Vingroup, Eco Park, and Sun Group or Nova Land is a Vietnamese developers. We have CapitaLand, a Singaporean developer, Lotte Land, a Korean developer, which is coming into Vietnam in a very big way for FDI investment for the past 10 years. And VSIP is a joint venture between Singaporean and Vietnamese. So after developers, we have lending institution. The lending institution, it could come either in the form of bankers or it's a fund. So banker, it's one example, BIDV and Vietinbank, they're very strong in real estate session. And this is 2 funds, one in American fund and one in Real Estate International Trust in Vietnam. So for property management, it's the agency that manage the property after being handed over to the customer. So Cbre or Savo and Okamura it's pretty big in the industry. So Cbre also one of the property management. So we manage residential real estate, or also manage commercial real estate. So if you pass by there would be a very Class A office building managed by Cbre. So for brokers, broker is the one who actually help the developers to distribute their products to the end user. So the broker could be in independent broker like that Sang Min Bak or Sen Group. They are very well known and they also very professional in the broker services in the market. Or the developer also can play their own brokerage roles. Like Vinhome, they also have their own brokerage trading floors. For professional service, so among the international players, Siberia is I believe also one of the leading agency in the market. We have Savos, JLL, and Colliers as providing professional service. For sales and marketing, are the one who helping the developers to do sales and marketing in a very professional way in the market. So one of the example will be the website, bất.sản.com.vn or ibătđongsàn.com. So to be able to understand about an industry, we should be aware of the main factor that driving the industry. In this slide, we'll briefly introduce about 4 main factors that drive the real estate industry. So I also would like to play a short video to introduce you about that.
Nearly a third of the average American's net worth is tied up in real estate. The size and scale of the real estate market make it an attractive sector for many investors. But understanding the factors that drive it is essential when evaluating a potential investment. Here are 4 to keep in mind. Age, race, gender, income, and other demographics are often overlooked when considering the demand and prices for real estate. Major demographic shifts can affect real estate trends for decades. For example, the transition of baby boomers from employed to retired. Real estate investors need to weigh the impact of demographic trends on any property they consider. Changes in interest rates influence a person's ability to buy a home. When they fall, mortgage costs decrease, which increases the demand for real estate and pushes prices higher. When they climb, obtaining a mortgage becomes more expensive and the demand for homes falls. It's important to be aware of how sensitive the market is to the economic cycle. Broadly speaking, when the economy is sluggish, so too is the real estate market. Governments often use tax credits, deductions, and subsidies to temporarily boost demand for real estate. Spotting these manipulations can help an investor recognize false trends. And choosing the best method of investment is always important. Direct investments entail buying property to resell in the future for a profit. But the average investor prefers indirect real estate investments, such as real estate investment trusts, which require less capital and charge smaller transaction fees, yet still provide access to liquid investments.
So to sum up, after the video, there's 4 main driving factors of real estate industry, which is demographics factors, interest rate, the cycle of the economies, or the government policy and legislations. However, in reality, it's much more complicated to analyze and understanding how those factors create impact in the real estate market and in what magnitude that it will get influence on the real estate market. Let's go to session 2, together explore the real estate industry in Vietnam. So also I would also play a short video about real estate market in Vietnam.
Equivalent. The COVID-19 pandemic adversely impacted the real estate market in the first months of 2020. There were signs of recovery towards the end of the year, but they were insignificant. According to real estate experts, the real estate market is expected to bounce back in the near future. From March to July 2020, the real estate market was severely influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic, exacerbating existing difficulties in real estate markets over the last 3 years. According to the Ministry of Construction, the real estate market in the fourth quarter of 2020 showed an improvement, thanks to the rapid recovery of housing and industrial real estate segments. The real estate business contributed about 4.42% of GDP. The Vietnam real estate industry has 4 main subsectors: residential, tourism, industrial, and complex real estate. The total value of real estate merger and acquisition deals in 2019 reached $7.2 billion, equivalent to 94.7% of value in 2018. Due to the impact of COVID-19, mergers and acquisitions were estimated to drop by over half to $3.5 billion in 2020, equal to 48.6% of value in 2019. In 3 quarters of 2020, foreign direct investment pouring into real estate also rose significantly from $0.264 billion in the first quarter of 2020 to $2.35 billion in the third quarter of 2020. Up to November 2020, the proportion of FDI capital in the real estate industry accounted for 14.38% of total FDI capital. In the residential real estate segment, there were 128,902 total market products offered for sale in 2020. There were 94,334 new products offered in real estate and 35,085 product transactions in 2020. Total product transactions reached 74,035 in 2020, with an average absorption rate of 57.4%. Industrial real estate became more active in many cities and provinces throughout Vietnam. In 2020, the country had 260 industrial zones in operation, with around 75 industrial real estate projects under construction. Even though the pandemic has interrupted the supply chain, shifting manufacturing plants to Vietnam is expected to drive dramatic growth in industrial real estate. In Ho Chi Minh City, despite the outbreak of COVID-19, housing prices rose in 2020, with absorption rates maintaining at a high level of 70 to 80%. Industrial real estate experienced stability and growth under positive market conditions, whilst tourism and complex real estate suffered from a difficult period. There were 27,390 total products offered for sale in 2020, with 23,833 total transactions. Absorption rates on average were 87% in 2020. For new products launched in the market, absorption rates dropped from 85% in 2019 to 61.2% in 2020. In the Hanoi real estate market, apartments were a mainstream product line, mainly for middle-class and high-class apartments, with affordable apartments accounting for a modest proportion. During the year, many low-rise apartments appeared. The absorption rate was good in the affordable segment and slow in the high-end segment. Total products offered for sale in 2020 reached 28,818, of which 24,164 were apartments and 4,672 were low-rise apartments. There were 13,834 total product transactions in 2020, with an absorption rate average of 48%. These were the highlights of Vietnam's real estate industry in 2020 by Vietnam Credit. Thank you for watching.
So that's some very brief introduction about Vietnam real estate industry in 2021, and some trends and some brief introduction about each segment in Vietnam. So as you might aware that real estate segment play a very important role in stock market in Vietnam. And here's some information that you can spend more time to read by accessing to the Viet stock website. So it's these are the main players in the stock markets, like Vingroup, Vinhome, and Novaland is the top 3. And you can see those top 3 also in the top 10s of the stock market index in VN market. You can see here Vingroup and Vinhome and Novaland. So they are top 10s. They are in the top 10 of the company in stock market in Vietnam. So to be able to get the latest update about Vietnamese real estate market, which is very important to get you on top of the games, one of the most trusted and reliable source is from Siberia website. So Siberia has been always known to provide a most quality and professional market updates. So here is the snapshot of the website for you to be able to find the report and the news on the real estate market if you're interested. So I also would like to go through very quickly how you can find. So you type Siberia Vietnam. So in here you have Vietnam. You can go to global and other countries. In here you got English and Vietnamese. And to be able to find the update reports on the research on the market, you go to research and report, go to Vietnam Research Archive. And you can find the Hanoi market overview for Q2 2021 or Ho Chi Minh market overview in Vietnamese or English. So I also include in the slide the link to be able to download the same reports from the website. You can go straight to the website to download them or click on the link that I provided in the slides for Hanoi market overview Q2 2021 or Ho Chi Minh City market update Q2 2021. Here are the samples of market updates that you would find in the link. So in the market it will be provided with a snapshot of the trends, the demands, and the supplies of the different segments of the markets, such as residential, commercials, hotels, and industrial. So I also encourage you to follow up with us on LinkedIn or in Instagram or even on the Facebook. So regularly we will post all the news. Also, Siberia also organize all the event quarterly or half a year to update on the real estate market. And if you want to learn more about real estate, that's a very informative and very useful platform for you to get to know. So in the website, you can go to LinkedIn, you type Siberia Vietnam. So you can see this is the upcoming event on 11th of November. Also be posted on our LinkedIn and also be posted in our Facebook. Or you can regularly check on our Siberia website in here on the latest event or the latest report. So that is the very, very ambitious way to cover about real estate in general and real estate in Vietnam. So I believe I have already covered some information about Siberia Vietnam. So I would go very, very quickly about Siberia Global and to show you the prospect and the great opportunity, how great opportunity is for a person to work in Siberia. So Siberia Global is the largest commercial real estate service company in the world with 500 offices and more in more than 100 countries and more than 100,000 people that working for Siberia, and we serving more than 90 clients in the Fortune 100 clients in the world. So as you can see, the stock of Siberia have been climb up over the past 5 years, even when the pandemic hit. So the investor with Siberia, a public company, is very happy to be with us, and it's very, very good prospect company in the world. So Siberia has very honors to be ranked at 120 position in the Fortune 500, and we has been included in the Fortune 500 every year since 2008. We have served more than 90 of the top 100 companies in the Fortune 100, and we are one of the big three in commercial real estate service company. So let's go to Siberia Vietnam career path. So of course there's many other profession in Siberia Vietnam as Khanh Ha have been covered before. So today I only give you a brief about professional service. So professional service in Siberia Vietnam, we have two division, the research and consulting and valuation and advisory. So here are very brief information about research and consulting and what we have provided to the clients. So in research and consulting, we're providing market research, cover all the segment and the market and different kind of segment and different kind of market for the clients. So in the research, they also are the one who providing the market report that you have just seen just now. We also providing to our clients the feasibility study and development study according to the client plans. We in research in consulting, we also providing corporate consulting and providing business strategy to help the client to maximize their business with the consideration of their real estate aspect. We providing retainer-based consulting for the regular client as well. So here are some useful links for you to understand more about research and consulting service. Of course, you should go to Cbre website and go to research tab so you can understand a little bit more about research. You can read the Vietnam Research and Report to understand what kind of information, what kind of aspect that the research team will have to work on and providing to the market and to the clients. And we have the link for this consulting service also provided in here, and the internship opportunities with the job description provided. So that's for the research in consulting division. The second division, it's valuation and advisory service. So we providing real estate valuation advisory service to the clients. So we covered all kind of properties, including offices, retails, industry, hotel, resorts, residential, land development site, and specialist properties. We can do the one property, or sometimes we cover the whole portfolio of the big clients. We also provide different type of valuation for different type of purposes, for acquisition and disposal, management and financial reporting, mortgage, project financing, development feasibilities, indirect and secondary investment, securitization and syndication, debt and equity raising, or merchandising funding. So that's very, very quick. So here's some useful link for you to understand more about valuation advisory service. Of course, again, you can go to Siberia Vietnam to read more about us. And because evaluation advisory is the kind of job that you need to be certified and be trained for. So here's a 2 training course. For you're supposed to be trained and certified by Ministry of Finance to be able to become a certified valuer in Vietnam, also as internationally. So you also should be trained by RICS, which is the international valuation appraisal organization to providing the certified valuer in internationally. So I hope after the talk you got energized, and this is how you can join us to have a interview with Cbre and have an opportunity to work with us. So you can scan in that QR code and it will direct you to a signing up page. And when you fill information, our company will contact you and set up an interview with you on the networking event on this Friday. So thank you very much. That will bring me to the end of my presentation about professional service, and we will come to the Q&A session.
Thank you, chị Ha and chị Ha for all your kind of sharing all the information about Siberia and also the career path in your company. So I see we have some questions here. The first one from Anden. She asked from Miss Ha Nguyen, brief analysis, real estate industry is highly influenced by the economic factors. So how does the industry cope with the economic recessions or other disruptive macroeconomic events? Over to you.
So thank you very much for the question, Anh Ding. So as I have shared when I actually present, it's a very ambitious to cover such a big topic in a very short presentation. And also this is very, very interesting question that the expertise will talk about all the time, the new will talk about that all the time, we do research about that all the time. And I'm afraid that we don't have time to cover this kind of information. So maybe to save other time, because it's more like professional service. So if you actually want to interested in that, so you can contact me directly after the session. I will share with you some information and reports for you to understand what is the event on the impact of the economic to the real estate market. Is that okay? I hope.
Yeah, sure. I think Anne can contact you later on. Maybe connect on LinkedIn. I think it's better way
Yes.
to like get more
Yes,
insights.
you can find me in LinkedIn. Yes.
Thank you. So the next question from another Anh Nguyễn. Sorry. So she asked, hi, my major is economics and finance. So I'm wondering what field position would be fit for me at CBRE. Are there chances for first year or second year student to be a part-time intern at CBRE?
So to answer your first part of the question, so real estate, real estate is something, it's very specialized and very specific to be able to work in a real estate company. Besides the major that you being study in the university, you also should have some understanding about real estate. So joining Siberia is a great way to start to understand about real estate, and if you choose to pursue the career in the industry or not. So I think it's whatever the major that you have been, also providing a very good mindset and very good training to join any kind of service in Siberia. It's no limit to it. So yes, there's an opportunity to join Siberia as an intern, but normally we would prefer the intern to be full-time. So like we also work in normal staff. So I'm afraid that part-time is not really an option right now. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you, Chị Ha. So at RMIT, I believe that since the student also taking some, very like a flagship internship, so the student can consider to take an internship as a full-time opportunities. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
and
so
we shared before. So there's a QR code that you can sign up, and please, just if you're very excited about that, please take a snapshot, sign up, and we will contact you for an interview. There's a lot of opportunities open for you to join CBRE. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Chị Ha. So we have another question sent from student from Hanoi. So the first one is how important is the GPA in the CV screening round, and what if the GPA of my CV does not meet the company requirements? So which other requirement or skill that that person can replace with?
I will answer this question. Because we at CBRE treat interns as young talents, and we will look at your potentials rather than your rate at school. Even you have so many awards, it just makes your CV more radiating compared to other CVs. However, when we speak to you in person, we will have a feeling of your characteristic, your personality, and there's a lot of factors affect our decision. So you don't need to worry. Even you have a very low GPA, you don't need to put in your CV, right? You just show us what you can do and what is your passions about your career and what you want to do in your life. So that makes us influence. Definitely influence our decision.
Thank you, Chị Ha. And just for your information, on this Friday, Cbre also joined in the networking session as well. So please feel free to, maybe you can bring your CV along with you to submit directly to Cbre, or you can ask for more questions about CV content, or expectation from the companies as well. Okay. And another question is, what are the key characters you're looking for in an employee?
Yeah, you want me to share it first?
Yes, just carry on, please.
So I share in my first section of Siberia Rise value, we always refer an employee to follow respect, integrity, service, and excellence. So rather than the soft skills and hard skills in one employee, we refer someone first with good personality, so a good team player. And beside your soft skill, which we can train in our long-term employee training courses, we will look at the potentials in each candidate. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, did you want to add on something?
No, that's very good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing to add.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So just summarize. After this meeting, we will send a record to you, and please you can watch the video again to remember all the values, the core values of Cbre, and also according to Chị Ha sharing, Cbre also looking for a good team player, and also good personality, and just be yourself as well. Okay. So the next question from Jane, she asked is the ability to work full-time important criteria in your recruitment process? To illustrate, I'm a final year student, so I still have to study 2 courses this semester. So which means I need a day off a week for my study.
So do you want let me make? Yes.
Yeah. This is depends on the departments and the boss you are submitting your CV to. However, as Cbre, normally we will give the flexibility to our intern, because we know that intern need to go to school some days in a month, and we will give you the flexibility as long as you finish your job requirements, then you are free to go to school to finish your submission or assignment.
Great. Okay, so Cbre also offer the flexibility in working hours as well.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Another question from Linh Vũ. She asked, hi, I'm also wondering that what position would fit me at Cbre. My major is digital marketing. Besides, are there any specific skills that we need to develop as a university student?
Sorry, so you are in digital major?
Yeah, digital marketing, yes. And she's final year, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so Tiha, please allow me to answer this one as well.
Yes, please.
So for digital marketer, that is, so you're asking about the skills to join Cbre. We have a very strong team with the very powerful talents who cover all of the above the line and below the line marketing activities at Cbre. So for the skills that you need to have, the first is very important, data and analysis. Because if you want to separate yourself from your following marketing colleges or achieve any promotion, you need to have the basic skill of data analytics. That is, you can start with Google Analytics, because that is the most common tools analysis, so you can use it. Rather than that, it is also important to know about the content creation, because marketers should continue pursue writing and storytelling, and that is the heart of any company target audience, to pull the company target audience to the brand. SEO and SEM, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, those Google algorithm is constantly important in our daily life, especially search engine optimization becomes more important skill for any digital marketer. And CRM is you need to monitor customer experience health and structurize it into a system. But these skills you can learn it in your working environment. Communication skills, yes, very important. Communication skill is very crucial when it comes to reaching your audience, working in the team internally and working with clients or vendors as external parties. When you are working in a large group or in independence, you need to make sure everyone is on the same page. So miscommunication on any levels can cause major problems, and you might end up misunderstanding and under-deliver what you promise. So communication skill is very important for any levels of communication of marketers. Social media, yes, of course, I believe you guys are very good at social media, but spend time to learn about the pet search in social media, just a Facebook ad. The last part is to tapping into trends. Marketers should be early adopters to new trends, especially in the social media space. By doing this, marketer need to gain insights to audience. And I think that is it from the skills. And yes, the last one is very important, making order laugh, because what you can deliver is a message, a witty message, and make people laugh, because the laughing is good for marketing. If you want to stand out and making audience laugh, this is a type of humor including essential endless your imagination. And of course, it's important to be careful to use humor appropriately to ensure that you meet the taste of the audience. So if you can trigger it, I think is you will be a very, very good marketer in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chị Ha. Oh, I think it's very detailed, explanation, and also very valuable tips for all of, I'm not sure, but all of the digital marketing students, if you want to pursue your career, not only in Cbre, but for the, like general digital marketing in the field. Okay. The next question from Nguyen, she asks I wonder if there is any CSR related positions available at Cbre at the moment.
How do you want to take over the question as well?
Yeah, CSR is a part of Marcom's in Siberia, and when you join Marcom teams, you will learn about CSR. And if you have a chance to work with me, I will be your trainer for corporate social responsibilities.
Thank you, Chị Ha. So for your reference as well, so later you can also check out more information with the available position at Cbre website as well. Okay. All right. So the next question from V, she asks, I have a question about the job interview. I would like to know how many interview sessions that you have for a full-time job.
For full-time job, so I can take over this for professional service. So normally for professional, which is including research and consulting and advisory valuation, so we normally have 3 sessions for an interview. So normally the HR, like when you apply the CV and it's it's suitable for the job. So an HR person will contact you, going through your CV one more round about HR general information. And the next one will be, if you qualify as you pass the first round, will be the second round, checking with the technical person, like if you are applying for research, will be the research team to interview you, or the valuation will check on the suitabilities or the ability for you to work as the professional service. Or when you pass the technical round, normally will be the sum up, like you checking like if any question on any other requirement. So either 2 or 3, it depends on the position. So normally the higher the position, maybe have to get at least 3. So like entry such as analyst, or intern, maybe just 1 or 2. That's the answer.
Yeah, thank you, Chị Hà. So I just want to have a reminder for all the students. So in during the time we answer all the questions for you. So if you like still have other concerns, so when we answering your questions, so please feel free to unmute yourself to talk directly with our guest speakers. Okay. Yes, another question from from Khải Nguyễn. He asked, I have a question for internship requirement at Cbre request from applicant. Can you provide me the GPA that you request to apply as an intern?
I think we already answered this question reversely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay. The next question from Chi Phạm. Hi, thank you for your presentation, Ms. Khanh Ha and Ms. Ngoc Ha. I would like to ask, what is the similarities and differences between consulting and advisory services?
So it basically, in the normal term, it means the same thing. So we using the different word like research and consulting and valuation advisory to mean that for the research, it's more like for the general advice, general consulting in the market, because people come to us, it's like the very beginning of the decision-making process. They want to do market research to understand about the specific market or specific type of property that they want to invest in. So it's more like a general advice on the general issue, or general topic. For advisory, it's like valuation. So the nature of valuation that we only like evaluate a very specific property with a very specific requirement. So as you might understand in a very simple way, so valuation is a slice of the value of the very specific property at the very specific time. So advisory means that it's very specific toward a very specific requirement of the property of a specific time. So we all use the word advisory.
Yeah, thank you, Chị Hà. Another question from Andin again. I'm really inspired and interested in joining in real estate valuation and consultancy service. Can Ms. Ha Nguyen share about your career path and what are the major difficulties you have faced along the way?
So thank you very much. I'm very glad that I can be able to inspire you to ask further on following up on valuation service. So for valuation service, as I shared before, it's a very specific certified career, which you need to be certified by Ministry of Finance as a Vietnamese valuer or like sometimes like in our team we have both, like by the Vietnamese Ministry of Finance or RICS, which are international certified institution like for appraisal. So to be able to join in the valuation team, you would have to have two very specific understanding about about real estate, because be able to analyze and to be able to provide the so basically you got to analyze and you understand what is the driver of the value of the property. So you got to have a quite deep understanding about the real estate and each type of property and very specific market. So that's the first requirement. The second requirement that you should have some understanding about finance, you have to understand how to use Excel and understand about economy and what is the factor that influence on the value of the property. So, so some people either go one way or another. So there's this no, so you can go from understanding about real estate and then you equip yourself more about the finance knowledge and experience. Then you join valuation and train more, or you have some finance background would be good, like either the finance major or CFA, the investment course also very good, or you just go straight to study about valuation, and then you learn about real estate later on. But like the job requires both. And one good thing about Cbre that we actually have international standard and Siberia standard. So whenever even the value already practiced in other company when joining to us also have to be retrained by Siberia standard. So we also train the new staff to understand, like to follow our procedure, our standard, and our practice. So that's a great opportunity to learn and to grow with Siberia evaluation service.
Thank you, Chị Ha. I think training opportunity is also very, like a very valuable thing that the student can consider when they join the real estate industry as well. Thank you. So another question from Hoàng. He asks, "Hi, I have reviewed some internships offered by Cbre, and it does not include the studying major of the candidates in the requirements. Is this factor important to the recruiter's consideration?"
As I share previously, we will look at the skills that the candidates are having and also the potential in each individual rather than your GPA, rather than your major. If it fits with us in terms of skills, we will consider the candidate for the next round.
Yep. Thank you, Chị Ha, for sharing. So I hope that I'm very happy that we received a lot of questions and hope that you're not really tired. We still have 3 questions in the chat box. The next question from Thanh. He asked, like, "I'm just graduated from RMIT Hanoi. I have been working at Sen Group for nearly 1 year and bringing pretty good revenue for the company during the time. I love to apply for the interview at Cbre in Hanoi. Would you mind tell me who I need to contact for the interview and what is important need to be prepared for that day? Thank you."
I'll answer the question. So as I shared in the slide before, so we have the QR code. You go to the page, the site page, and you fill information. Our HR will contact you for the interview on Friday. So you just bring your CV, and with the experience that you've been exposure, I think that you should be confident about joining, the interview. Should not be a problem.
Thank you, Chị Ha. So after this, we also send again the QR code for all the students so that they can, learn more about the job opportunities as well as the contacting person or, the contacting way to Cbre. Yes, another questions. Like on jobs, there are always challenges in the job. So what does our guest speaker find challenging in your job and how do you overcome this? So maybe I would like to start with Chị Ha first.
So I will start very briefly from Marcom side. There's a lot of challenges, but I will make it, I will simplify it by 8 challenges in marketing and communications. The first is to generate traffic and leads, which is the new opportunities, sales opportunities to your company. The second is to provide return on investment based on your marketing activities. Number 3 is to secure your, and you don't have enough budget, or you have limited budget, what are you gonna do with it? Number 4 is to manage your channels all of your communication channels with your clients to make it updated and deliver the message that your clients want to hear. Number 5 is to target the content and of your domestic and international audience to make it harmonize with both segments. 6 and 7 is more related to the team members, training your team and hiring the top talents. The last one is to deliver an accounts-based marketing strategy to ensure that what you are initiating can fit with a company business requirements. So sometimes it's really hard for us to work within the limited amount of time and with the very ambitious requirements from the company. However, I believe that as long as you have a good passion for what you are doing in your job and make the most when you are working, I think you can deliver. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Chị Ha. How about you,
I think
Chị
he had
Ha?
mentioned side, yes.
Yeah, so from my side, the biggest challenges actually come from the industry itself. So real estate industry in Vietnam, it's pretty young and it's still very premature. So that's why it make it very challenging and very complex. So there's no precedent, like no mentor for you and no schools that educate you. So when you're in the industry, so you got to learn and always learning and always growing and always update yourself. So you to be able to overcome that, you have to equip with yourself a long life learning attitude. You always have to learn. And also because it's also very, very new and itself, the real estate industry itself, a very complex industry. So it bring in to make it very, very interesting, very exciting, because you got to dealing with problem all the time. You also have to deal with a very complex problem with a lot of stakeholder. So you also have to be very good with other skills such as negotiation skills and problem solving, and always carry yourself with a very positive attitude. So that's I think that's I already answered what is the biggest challenge for me and how I have overcome that, which is like a long life learning attitude, always learn from everybody, even take a formal courses, learn from your boss, learning from your colleague, learning from your clients every day, get yourself very updated, market updated like monthly, quarterly, also like going to the problem with a very positive attitude and learn from it, like take even the course in other soft skills such as negotiation skill, communication skills, like problem solving skills, and just keep pushing forward. And that make the whole journey is very exciting. But yes, that's what I would share about myself.
Yeah, thank you, Chị Ha and Chị Ha. I think not only sharing about your own stories, but I believe that our students also take away a lot of tips and updated skills that they need to start or to develop during their student time. Thank you. I think the very last question from Vân. I'm wondering that Cbre will offer full-time job after internship.
I can.
Yes. Yeah, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yes, that's happened to many cases. A lot we have also recruit a lot of internship. That even my team right now, they have two staff. They actually from the internship, and we actually encourage that because one, you have committed with us, and you understand about industry, and we find you are suitable. That's a very, very good way of for even Siberia to recruit a full-time staff from an internship candidates. Yes.
Thank you, Chị Ha.
Can I add on to that?
Sure.
That rather than during your internship, this is an essential experience, right? With the new environment and new sets of skills to learn, this is actually okay. So after your internship, so during your internship, make sure you make the most of your internship, combining your goals and your accomplishment, and then you can outline your request to your manager. So if they say no, it's still okay. Be gracious and keep in touch. If you are, we keep you after your internship. That is to take an inventory of your skills. So that is okay for anyone to start your internship with Cbre, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, chị Ha. Sorry, I have the last question in the chat box. I think this is the very last one. So, and then again, the show really appreciate the detailed answers from both guest speakers, especially Ms. Ha Nguyen sharing of technical aspect of real estate valuation service. So she wanna ask, can you share how Cbre differentiates itself from its direct competitor, such as like Savills or Cbre?
I'll take over the answer for that question. So it's also a good question, a little bit broad. I think when you mention Savo or Kamura, it's more like for the property management service. So Siberia is different, like it's ourselves from other competitor because of our brand name and our very reliable and trustworthy and proven track record on the brand and on the service we have been provide for international client, also at Siberia Vietnam to our client as a company. So also in different business line, in where I come from, a valuation service. So I would go a little bit specific about valuation service, how we differentiate ourselves with other competitor. So for valuations, it's the CBRI standard that we're holding up to. So whatever valuation service in Vietnam we provide is the CBRI evaluation service of global of our excuse me, risk and quality management, because in the valuation it's very important that you have to maintain the risk and quality for ourselves and to protect the benefit of the clients. So for valuation, the product of valuation service will be the valuation model and the valuation report. So that is in very, very specific product that we're providing to the client. Like if you buy any product, so it's the same type of product, but the specification in it that differentiates ourselves from other people. And I believe it's not very it's pretty confidential. I can't list all the name of the client here, but Cbre actually valuation report service actually provide valuation services for a lot of big international and Vietnamese developers, as well as the fund or in the financial institution in Vietnam. So I believe that with itself speak about our service and the quality of our service.
I can add on to Chị Ha, because rather than after this session, I believe this week you also have a sharing from our competitor. That is totally fine. However, as Cbre, I realized that we respect competition law, that we don't compare or make the confidential numbers of any third party out, that we always respect competitors and be fair play with everyone. So what makes us differentiate ourselves with other players out there, I think this is about the people and environment. Because if you talk about services, there's a lot of similarities between us and our competitors. However, when you're talking about environment or people, what makes it different is because we always believe the people are our assessed, and we try to build up the people who are the good team player with good integrity, will not play anything under the table, and we always learn to respect not just our colleges, not competitors, also competitors, and build up a non-toxic working environment. where people don't appear of any drama or gossip. We make our environment clean and be fair and potential and advantage for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, chị Hà, and thank you, chị Hà, for your again very detailed, like explanation and insights for the student as well. Okay, so I think that's all for the question and answer part. Once again, thank you so much for like giving valuable time for us and sharing a lot of insights for the student and inspire the student. I think we still have one more session, like the networking session. So all the students, in case if you still have any questions and concerns, so please feel free to join on Friday afternoon. Okay. So before we end the session, so I would like you to turn on the camera with our guest speaker so that we can take a photo together. Is it okay? So for those who can, turn on the camera, so please feel free to turn on the camera. And I believe that we have a lot of students still in the room right now. Okay. Yeah, I see more. Cbre also joining. Hi, Han. Maybe, yeah. Okay, how about the other students? So please feel free to turn on your camera. Hope that you enjoy the session today. All right, so maybe I will keep them maybe in 1 minute for all of the participants to open their camera. Okay, so again, while we're waiting for all the students to turn on their camera, so I would like to share again, we will have the upcoming networking session in this Friday afternoon on Get a Towel platform from 4 to 5 p.m. So please feel free to join and like have more time to talk with all the on the participating companies. Okay, and in this afternoon we will have the upcoming session with Unilever. Okay, all right, so I think I will take a screenshot here. So everyone, I will count 1, 2, 3 and then smile. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that you will have a very nice lunch. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Stay
you very much,
safe
everybody.
and hope to see you soon in person.
Yeah, I hope to
Thank
see
you.
you on Friday.
Stay safe.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone.